My name is Casper. Myself and Gail run the Etsy shop LaserFood, and this is one of the files that we sell on our store. It comes with a number of pre-filled kind of names, but there are occasions where you might want to add your own names or change the wording slightly. So we've provided these blanks here so that you can edit that yourself. Uh, some people might not be completely comfortable with the process for adding the text and making sure that the laser cutter can engrave it properly. So this quick video is just to go through the steps using Inkscape and making sure that we try and cover all the different parts of the process. Um, any questions, just leave a comment down below. We'll try and link this file if you want to go and find it on Etsy. But hopefully this can make things a little bit clearer. So what I like to do is, this is the file that you would have downloaded from the Etsy store. It's got everything on it. I don't really like to work in this one. I like to create a new one. So what I'm going to do first of all is draw a rectangle around these items that I want to copy out. You'll see there's two different styles. There's the one here with the tag which fits within the wing, and then there's another one here where the tag fits on top of the wing. So I'm just going to pick this one and copy. So I use Control C on my keyboard, but you could easily go to Edit, Copy from here. Then I go to File, New. This is a shortcut as well for opening up a new document. It'll just appear. I've preset the page when it appears so it fits the Glowforge Basic and Plus, and with a width of 495 millimeters and a height of 279. Now when you first open up, you'll see this dialog box on the side. Some useful features on it, but you might not use them all the time, so it's good to be able to get rid of that, and it's not immediately obvious. But you go to View and Show Hide Dialogues. You can see it's F12 as well, so if you're comfortable doing that on your keyboard, you can press F12. And I'm just going to position this, and we're going to paste these items up in here. Control V on my keyboard, but also Edit Paste if you need to. Because they're all selected, I can move and move them as a group. Now, one thing you probably like to check when you first download a piece of an SVG is you just want to make sure that everything is filled and all the lines are all connected. Quick and easy way to do that is to check the fill. So at the moment the fill is none, so I go and click on black. I can see that everything's going to fill out nicely. There's no parts left blank. Put the cross to get rid of it. Likewise with the backer, fill. You can see the hole cut out. You're not going to have to do anything different with the hole. And this one here is just a blank. So once everything's cut out, this will fit inside here. So I'm going to go through the process now of adding some text. So to make it a bit more usable, I'm going to zoom in. So I hold the Control key and move the middle wheel, but you could also do the same thing from View and zoom in and zoom out. You see here you've got plus and minus, so you can do the same thing with plus and minus on the keyboard. So we go to the text icon down here, and we just click anywhere. Initially, it'll be the wrong font and the wrong size, but you can start typing and edit it later. So oops, maybe we won't start with that one exactly. I'm going to highlight that. always best to highlight it and then change the font and everything. I'm going to go back to points because points is what we're used to seeing, 10, 12, 14, and I'm going to pick 12. Okay, and while I'm at it, I'm going to set a better font. Arial's good, but not as nice for engraving. I like Alex Brush. So, going to continue typing. In memory, do a return of our gran love from all. This is good, but we want to be able to center that. So I get close to the text and highlight it and center it. You see as well, it's reasonably spaced out like that. You can maybe make this look a bit neater by squashing it up a bit. That's probably pretty good. And I can maybe get away with making it slightly larger text. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is good. We're happy, but it's not in the right position. You can try and eyeball it, but it's always better to use the features here to try and get it in the right position. I'll move it out of the way. So I'm going to go to Object, Align and Distribute. And what I need to do is move this with the bar here so I can see it better. What this tool here is going to do is going to align this object that I've selected to another object. So last selected is picked here, so I'm going to hold down the Shift key and pick the red circle. That means that it's going to align using one of these presets to the red circle. So I pick center on the vertical axis, and I'll pick center on the horizontal axis. So bang, that's put it there. But you can still move this and drag this out of the way, so we'll group it and hold it in the right position later. I'm going to get rid of this now. View, show hide dialogues, and then I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. So what the next thing we need to do is we have to convert this to an object, and the reason is at the moment it's a font. You can go back in and edit it, but some laser cutters have trouble opening up a true font. They prefer to see nodes and lines instead. So it's always good practice to, by all means, have a copy where you've got the original font that you can edit and change, but it's always good practice before you go to cut to convert it to an object. So to do that, I go to Path, Object to Path. Immediately we can't see anything, but if you change to the node cursor and go and hover your mouse over, you'll see that it thinks these are all separate items, which they are. Unfortunately, this also gives some problems in other software like Lightburn when this is imported. So what we next want to do is union this all together so it imports properly. So the next step is to ungroup. The process of doing object to path has made all this into one group. Now it's separated. Then we go path union. Now, if we change to the node tool, you'll see it's all one. Okay, and that's great. Change back to the selector cursor, and I'm going to pick Shift and select the outside as well and group them together. Object, group. And as you start to use this, you'll start to see there's shortcuts. Inkscape's great for having shortcuts to all of these things. Now you can go ahead and cut this. So move this item around so it's in the best position for your piece of wood. And what I've done, I should have mentioned, I set the text color to black. I try and do that always for engrave. If I'm doing score, I try and set it to this blue, and red is cut. Okay, any questions, just please leave a note in the comments or get in touch with us, um, and we'll provide any other videos needed for making it a bit more useful. Well, I should say, finally, save this back to your desktop or wherever else you'd like to go. Save as. My computer's just a little bit slow. Desktop, memory, wing, gran. Or was that grand? Gran. Good. Saved as an SVG by default, and that's usually the best format for opening up into laser cutters. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.